Okay, so edit that one. Okay, so will you tell me when we're all set? Good? Okay, okay. Hi, my name is Bill Abcunas, and I'm the league director of the Over 30 League. We're celebrating our 33rd year anniversary this year. We have 6 teams currently in the league. We started it in 1992. Our age groups are obviously 30 years old minimum. It goes all the way up to late 60s. We have 14 guys in their 60s still playing, still chasing the kids. My job, responsibility, is I run the league. It's just like any other business. You have a lot of things you have to take care of, and it just keeps you busy for all that. So I'm going to stop and pause there. I want to introduce Kelly, my wife, and she can tell you a little bit about herself, the league, what she does.
Kellie Abcunas, Chief of Staff. To answer your question about what the league means, it means, like he said, we have a lot of guys, mixed age group, and this is one of the only, maybe the only league that everybody gets to play. We have tournament players, we have older players who may not have played in a competitive league. We have players that play in a professional league. Everybody plays together, and it's competitive, but at the end of the day, they all are in back, having a good time, talking, and that's what, to me, is what I like about this league. What it means to me is everybody plays. You go to Leominster, you go to Fitchburg, you go to Manchester, you got to be a really good player to play in those leagues. This league here, you have players that are tournament level, and they help the other players become better players. And to me, that's what I like about this league. That's why I enjoy coming here, watching the games, being involved.
Yeah, and what Kelly failed to mention or overlooked mentioning, she is the Chief of Staff, which means she runs the league on my behalf. I'm here, I'm around, but she's got her hands on everything. She is the treasurer. She designs the shirts. She watches the referees, the timer, the players. She's got her hands in a lot of things, and I go to her as my confidant and bounce some ideas off her, and she has a lot of decisions that she helps me make running this league. To add to what she was saying about the makeup of the league itself, we have some really good players. We have some really good tournament players. Some have just come back that were away for a while. There's some top talent in this league as well. If I'm going to name drop, Rob Sheridan, Dominic DeFrancisco, Danny Broderick, Matty Ianello are just a few of the names. And a lot of these guys still play active tournaments, even in their 60s. The NBHL is one, the Leominster tournaments, traveling on the Northeast, playing in those types of tournaments. The significance about Hockeytown is this is where it all began for us. It started back in '92. I wanted to get something more than just a house league. I talked to a few friends of mine, and I said, if I can do it, would you want to play? We ended up with 5 teams, and 33 years later, we're still running this. And a lot of those guys that were back in '92 are still playing in the league. She'll appreciate this. Over the years, they've called me just the paper director. And you get the impression that these guys are looking at me like I'm the puppet. And the real director is right there, sitting next to me. There are guys who will say that to me is, well, I better go talk to Kelly. After all, she's the real director. One of the unique things that I have is a board of directors that I consult. I have some very good retired players that are on the board. I consult with them when we have any issues. And we joke around with a lot of guys. We're like everyone else. We like to trash talk. And we can take it as much as we give it out. And a lot of the things she can handle on herself. That's why she's Chief of Staff. And it's not about a woman in charge. She could run this league if I wasn't around. She knows what she's doing. they respect her, but more importantly, they fear her because she's no nonsense. And we just have a really good relationship with these guys. We've been around them like family. We say the over 30 is family. Once you're in, you're a member of the family, even if it's for a year or 2 years. And one of the things that we do to make that point, every May we do a jamboree tournament here, and we do a golf tournament. And we raise money for one player who used to play, who had a stroke. He's in a wheelchair. He would have loved to have kept playing, but unfortunately, life changes and things like that. So being a part of this family, we raise money for him every single year to help him out. And he's been up here at certain times, and we honor him by doing that. So it really is a family. We get to know them, they get to know us, and you know, sometimes family members stay around too long and you wish they would leave, but like Pacino said, they keep pulling us back in. So we're here.
Michael Nazis, I am the assistant league director, help out Billy. Billy always says I wear a bunch of hats. I do. I started when Billy started the league in 1992, so I've been playing up here for 40-something seasons. I help out with game day operations. I get here 4:30. The game starts at 4:30. I'm probably here 3:45, taking out tables, chairs, organizing things, getting the clock ready. During the week, I update the website, so any stats, weekly winners, stars of the game, I do all that stuff. I take photos of the people who won the awards. I also fill in refereeing, timekeeping, whatever needs to be done to help Billy out during the games. That's about it, you know. Yeah, I've been playing up here since I've been 18 years old. Right now I'm 63, so I've been playing up here a long time. It used to be a lot different. Hockey Town had 7 nights they played hockey, Monday through Sunday. Monday through Friday, they would play from 6 o'clock to 11 o'clock. And then on Saturdays, they would play 1 o'clock to like 8 o'clock. And Sundays, they would play same thing, you know, 1 o'clock to 8 o'clock. They used to have a rink outside, out back, in the heyday, but that's gone away, and they roughly have enough to play one night now. So a lot has changed. I don't know, people got away from the sport, but no one's really playing street hockey up here like they used to be back when I was playing. So that's what's changed. The friendships, you know, after the games, everybody's talking, everybody's having a beer maybe after the game. It's just all the friends that I've made up here over the years. Just every year, it's a different team you're on. Very rarely will you play with the same guys the following year. Billy likes to break up the teams. So from winter and spring season, that's 2 seasons we play, you're on the same team. But then the next winter season, it's a new draft, new players come in. He tries to spread the guys around. He asks us, some of us, who you want to play with that you haven't played with ever before, so he tries to accommodate us. So, yeah, that's it.
Alrighty. I'm Jim Barber. I'm the Over 30 webmaster. So I basically do the weekly updates for the website, stats. I also have the master file for the all-time career stats, and those are my 2 primary functions with the league.
I am Tony Medeiros. I am Director of Fundraising for the Over 30 League. I try to find ways to raise some money to give back to players and help out with the cost of the league.
What's your favorite thing about coming down here to either play or hang around?
That you said it right there. It's playing and hanging around. It's like, I tell everybody, we do some fundraising. We have golf tournaments and stuff like that. And I've always said that hockey is a big family. Any hockey player out there will say the same thing. Hockey is a different breed of players, and we're all one big family. No matter what league you play for, what division you're in, you could be playing an old-time man's hockey league. You could play our league. You could play in the other leagues that are out there and out in the States and the world. But after everything's said and done, you're all one big happy family. You know, everybody sticks up for each other. When one person's down, everybody everybody gets together to try to help out that one person that's down and bring him back up. And hockey is probably the far best that I believe sport out there where everybody's just one big happy family.
Yeah, we've been playing the sport for, like I said, probably over 30 years in this league, and it all came from the same beginnings. A parking lot somewhere in the city where you just strapped on some makeshift pads and you played with as kids, and then you come up to Hockey Town, and then you joined a hockey league and you started playing weeknights. And then you turned 30 years old and you got the call from Bill Abcunas. You want to play in the over 30 league, and you know, it's just a sport that we still love to play. It's a fun sport. It's a team sport, and you know, the guys are great. It's like Tony says, it's a family. Everybody's hanging around. We laugh, we joke, you know. But at the end of the day, it's still competitive. We're 50 years old, over 50 years old. I'm 56, and we're still playing. We got guys behind you right now that are 60 years old, still playing the game they love. So it's like Tony said, it's a fun sport.
I mean, it's just a great league to play in. You know, you got all different types of players here. You have different division players you got A players, B players, C players, but they're not considered we're all considered one. You know, and this is why I want to play here. I like to come up here, hang out with everybody, just enjoy their company for the 2 or 3 hours that we're here playing hockey. And to me, that's what I would say to somebody. Hey, listen, you know, this league is a great league. For one is we're all one family. We're all here to play hockey, have a good time, be competitive, but still know that we're not here to fight each other. We're not here to play to attack each other. Granted, things do happen on the ice when you're out there. It's part of the game. But as soon as we take our gloves off and we're out in the bench or out in the waiting area, we're all, you know, talking, shooting the shit, playing, you know, just joking around and just having a good time. And that right there, I think, goes a long way with a lot of hockey players.
Yeah, for somebody new that wanted to come into the league, I mean, it's an invitational only league. So you're looking at the guys' playing skills, you know, so you have to know how to play hockey. You don't have to be the best, you don't have to be a tournament player. But we look for guys that are committed to play. They have the right character. They're not going to come up here and think it's old-time hockey and start fighting. So it's a combination, you know. But Hockey Town has always been an iconic rink for the North Shore area.
What we always remind people is, because we've been in existence for 33 years, is this is an invitation-only league. And the best way to get in it is the simplest way. Do you know somebody playing in the league? Most of the guys do. But there are those one-offs that will reach out to us and sign up and say, hey, I'm interested in playing. How do I get in? What we offer is kind of unique. Everyone can play in a street hockey league. Everyone can play in a tournament. We make it unique in itself. We charge a little bit more, but we give you better quality than what you'll find in a house league. We play 15 games in a schedule. We play the playoffs. Every team makes the playoffs. If you win, you get a really nice jacket. Not what we're wearing. This was from the anniversary for our 30 years. But we give a quality jacket out to every player, and we have a trophy that is probably almost 4 feet, like a little mini cup that you have your name engraved on it. So you get your trophy, you get your name on the cup itself, and there are different things that we offer during the season. We have a newsletter, which can be comical sometimes, but it highlights individuals that doesn't really get notoriety because it's usually the better players. But as Kelly had said before, when people are looking at this league, they could be good players, they could be guys that used to play 20 years ago, they could be guys playing in a league. We're willing to give everyone a chance. But we need to know a little bit about you. So we go through this really intense vetting process, and we have a waiting list. And sometimes the waiting list grows because the guys keep showing up. 6 teams, 12 guys on a team is 72 guys, and they're pretty consistent from year in, year out. So if you're fortunate enough to get in, it's kind of hard to get in as a new player unless we know something more about you. But we encourage people to come up here and see what it's like, because it's well worth the money, it's well worth your time, and it's well worth your investment to get into this league because of what we do. The problem with trying to predict the future is it can change. The management could sell this, change the rink around, say we're going to do something different up here on the indoor rink. So our attitude running the league is we're year to year. We always tell people it could be our last season. We don't know. 33 years later, we've endured. We've got a legacy. And there's not a lot of places, if you want to play indoors, that you can go to. There was actually a rink out back in the day, that had a roof over it. And we played out there as well. But again, a lot of the places that you find now, especially in Massachusetts, are outside. So we hope to keep this going. It's strong. We have 6 teams. We have a waiting list. We have goalies. We're looking to bring new people in. It all depends on when the older guys retire or they get hurt. But even if they're playing on one leg, they keep coming back. And we appreciate that. We welcome that. So we plan on being here for a while until they kick us out of here or something else happens. We're going to still be here until further notice. Knock on wood. In conclusion, so my name is Bill Abcunas. This is my wife, Kellie Abcunas. Together we run the Over 30 Hockey League, Deck Hockey League. It's our 33rd year of operations, and we're here at Hockeytown in Saugus, Massachusetts. If you want to check out a little bit more and be entertained by the website, it's www.over30hockeyleague.com. Go on it. You can read all about this history there. We are going to be adding a Hall of Fame section. We've done this over the last 2 seasons. We're going to add that feature to it. You can come up here on Route 1, find Hockeytown, come upstairs Saturdays, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30. Come check out the league. It's a lot of fun. You'll see the guys all wearing matching shirts. It's very well organized. The competition is really strong. It's solid, but it doesn't get out of hand, because when the games are over, if you've just played against the guy, you'll see him hanging out at the other side of the rink, talking, chatting like they're best buddies. They're on the same team. So if you want a good time, you want to be entertained, come see Kellie and me here at Hockeytown, Saturdays, 4:30, 5:30, and 6:30.